So probably 5 years ago, I can't imagine myself here participating in this festival because I was wedding photographer in Belarus and I traveled around the world photographing nice couples and happiness. But 2020 happened, and I know how many of you know about situation and what happened, and I can't stay away from this. Because probably, I know, I was quite apolitical. You all know the boundaries you can cross or you will be punished. So you are living in not like a fear, but just understanding if you say something critical, went to protest, you will be fired, you will be kicked out from the university. And I was engineer, then weddings, it was okay. But in 2020, I felt the unity and it was some hope for changes. That's why I use my camera as, I know, an instrument, not maybe like a weapon. I wanted to tell the truth or what is going on. And that's why I ended up in exile. My project is about me as well. It's about their reasons and the consequences somehow. I had the opportunity to photograph only 1 year in Belarus during the protest, and then when I was not kicked out, but it was super difficult period in 2021 when you don't understand what you can do, how you can work as a photographer, like a documentary or photojournalist, when your colleagues are detained or pushed out of the country. So you're also struggling with, I don't know, mental health issues, like paranoia that someone knocking your door, or you are clearing chats, or I don't know, just preparing that in the morning they will come and detain you. And I left temporarily, but I never go back. And when I appeared in exile or abroad, I realized that I have freedom. I have freedom to talk and to photograph and to show experience that people have. That I'm also have such experience, lack of home, lack of community, and just looking your past. So I'm trying maybe to show my life or my experience through people I'm meeting, I'm talking, I'm trying to give voice to people and to tell the story through Belarusians. If I talk about the layers I have, I also try to cover a little bit reaction of Belarusians on events that is going on now in the world. Like one thing, it's war in Ukraine, and many Belarusians also participate in there. So I also tried to advocate somehow Belarusians, because it's not the easiest thing having only Belarusian passports, and when your country participating in the war on the Russian side, and now it's it's okay maybe, but maybe if something happened, then I will be also treated as the holder of Belarusian passport, and I might be rejected of the residency permit or something. So it's Ukraine. I covered a little bit of politics. I wanted to to do a project or like a story about our president-elect Svetlana Tikhanovskaya. It was not so easy to get like really close and to show her personality, but from this experience of covering some like official visits, I get some shots and get some understanding how the politics is working, and after I decided to focus mostly on people I can be like really close. Also, I already talked about my personal thing. I think that, and my decision to put myself in this project, like to photograph myself and to put a photo, because I'm not only a witness, like as a photojournalist, but I'm also a product of all these things that happened in 2020 and happening now. And I also somehow want to show my transformation and transformation of the society, because like my views 5 years ago and now they changed, and maybe like in 5 years they changed again, and I want to keep record of this. This project is not done yet, but I'm also thinking what I can do next, like how I can continue, because if you work in 5 years, you'll start repeating like what is going on, like you're photographing now, like to photograph this project, you have to find places with Belarusians. It's not so easy just to take a camera and go outside and start photographing in Vilnius, in Warsaw, I don't know, in Berlin or somewhere else. I'm saying that Belarus now is much bigger, and it's than its geographical borders. I feel that when you go in, I don't know, in Paris or to New York or somewhere else, you can meet Belarusians, and this is like small centers where you can photograph. So just to continue, you have to reach people just directly, and you are limited with some places or something. There are also some limitation of this work limitation because of safety reasons. I'm not showing here almost photographs from 2020 because people just might be recognized. Also, now I also came to Vilnius a little bit earlier on Monday and continue photographing some people who were released and just trying to reach them. But some people, they are replying to me that no, we don't want to be photographed because some of our family members still inside the country. And many people just rejecting any interaction with media, with journalists, and it's difficult. And in general, if we are talking about presence in media, I think topic of Belarus is not really covered well, and it's usually in a shadow. If we talk about the region, it's in a shadow between Ukraine and Russia. So international media usually covering something related to Ukraine or to Russia just because it's like Belarus is small and nothing depends on Belarus. And if something changed in Russia, they think that then, maybe something will change in Belarus. Also, I don't know, we have more than 1,000 or like 1,500 political prisoners in Belarus, but in media it's also it's sometimes to have some news that someone really popular were detained but then they are like no news. So it's also like challenge from my side is to bring some attention, maybe to educate and to show what is going on. Also, I think this project is not only about Belarus, but it's about what is going on in general in our world. And Dina talked a lot about Georgia, but I felt that we went through this already. We are maybe like 3 years in advance, and I understand what will happen next in Georgia or in Moldova, or I don't know, maybe in US. And maybe doing this project, I can somehow warn other people or other nations that you have to be active, you have to do something, or you will have such consequences that I have. So if talking about the future, I'm also thinking maybe to expand this work and focus not only like on Belarus, but maybe on some sort of like keywords like migration or autocracy. It's like rising in our society, and sometimes we don't see this limitation that is happening to us. So they have one law, it's limiting some like our rights, then another law, and really slowly we don't have what we like have before. And I don't know, I also like doing this project, I don't want to show Belarusians as victims. Yeah, it was super difficult, super tough, but I also want to bring some hope that despite their like our struggles and this period, we are still, I don't know, fighting and believe in their best, and we try and don't give up. Yeah, it's like a loop slideshow, so you'll see photos and maybe you have some question because it will be maybe better to answer. Yeah.
Thank you, Pasha. If anybody has any questions. Any questions?
Hi, thanks for showing your photos. That's really good. You're saying that most of the people that you contacted right now, who are not in Belarus anymore, don't want to be showing their faces. Can you tell us a bit more about it? How you talk people into being photographed and actually be able to show their faces?
Sometimes I'm acting because I'm a freelance journalist and I'm not working for like any specific media, and sometimes I'm just, you have to produce a piece of work, then you are pitching the story and then it might be published. So it's not like assignment to photograph these and these people, and maybe with such assignment it will be a little bit easier because people will understand, okay, it will be published with Die Zeit or with New York Times, and it's not recognized as extremistic or like terrorist formation, because most of the Belarusian media, they are recognized as like terroristic or extremistic formation, and if you are just giving interview or your photo posted there some like as part of the news, so you might be punished. Even if you are outside, they will find a way how to punish you because of your relatives or because of your property, cars. They can just arrest and sell it. So I'm trying to build trust. I'm usually asking some people maybe who know persons I want to contact. So I'm going through people who know them. So it's a little bit easier. Then I am acting and saying that, okay, it's not like for specific publication. I can wait when you became like, I don't know, like open to media and you will be ready to be published. I also, some people say no even with this because they maybe don't trust me or they have a lot of fears. Also, sometimes I'm just photographing and put photos in the archive. I did this with some Belarusian fighters, volunteer fighters who went to Ukraine because yeah, they will be punished definitely if the government get the photos. So, I'm just not showing these pictures, and I understand that it's super important to photograph and to document this period because otherwise we don't have like a visual memory from this period and what government or what they wanted to do. They want to erase all this like memory and create their own narrative. They want really just destroy everything that's like people were super united during 2020, and now you will not find the photos. Even I archived all the photos from 2020 from like my Instagram post or Facebook because of security reasons. So it's like, and maybe if you look on some like Instagram profiles of Belarusians and you will like check period of the life, I don't know, between May 2020 and like December 2020, you will see almost no photos from there because most of the photos were deleted by people, like hide it or archived or something like this. So it's tricky, but it's manageable, and it's, I think, depends on what we want to achieve. And I'm in a position like slow photography, like long-term projects, and it's just important for me and I think for the future. Yeah.
I think I saw more hands before.
I saw there one photo when the Lukashenko, there is two old ladies sitting in front of the, next to the table, and there is a Lukashenko photo in between of them. Tell some backstage things about it, and also I have another question, like, did you have some feedbacks from the people who you photographed already and their reflection on your project, if they saw it, and what was it?
Yeah, it's a funny story with two ladies and Lukashenko. This is the project, like YouTube or TikTok project called Lukasholki, and they are trying to like interact with the audience in the way like Lukashenko interact with like his audience. So in maybe more simple language, they're trying to explain what is going on in the world or with Belarus. So they're trying, maybe it's like a humoristic show by Belarusians. I photographed them in Warsaw, and I think it's great. And there's some like TikToks had millions of views, and you have to use different ways. And I think it's super important somehow to talk with the other part, maybe who not share the same views, and to find the solution, because otherwise it will be just fighting from both sides. And for me also, like situation with Belarus and with the government, it's like wild animal in the cage, and you are trying to hit him with something, but maybe you can show some food and let him out, and then you can try to do with him. And what was the second?
Feedback from the heroes.
Okay. Yeah, I published recently a story with New York Times opinion, so it was text and some photographs, and the editors, they also choose the photo with these ladies, like Lukashenko, so I sent them their prints. And they also posted and maybe even talked in their show that, yeah, like we were invited to New York and they were super happy about this. It's like funny. And I also talked with like human rights defenders, and they are also super happy that the stories of people, they are not hidden, they're visible, and that they are like, I know that the world not forget about them. Yeah.
Thank you, Pasha. Do we have more questions?
So, first of all, it was really nice to listen and to see the wonderful work of yours. You mentioned during your talk that it's like 3 years differences, what's happening, for example, in Georgia and what happens now in Belarus. Russian people. So my question is maybe more political than connecting to photography, but me as a person from Georgia, and we already listened to Dina's presentation, I'm interested what you suggest person as a Belarusian person to the Georgian woman who sits here and always nervous about the situation of my country, who doesn't know what will happen next. So what you think? What was the mistake of the Belarusian people too? I'm interested not to be more careful and not to happen the same in my country too. So that's my question.
First of all, I think it's important to talk like between each other, like maybe like photographers talking between each. No.
I will add.
No,
Because I think it's not about. I will add. Sorry. I will add. I think it's not just. I think in this political situation, what's happening in the world, it's not just Georgia or Sakartvelo. I mean, I think Lithuania is connecting to this like a circle too. So I think for Lithuanian people would be interesting to understand all this drama of our countries, because they should be more careful too what's happening now. So that's that.
Yeah, in case of Belarus, maybe I might be quite pessimistic or like optimistic, and if there were any changes, like the opposition gets a little bit more in power, then probably we had like Donbass scenario happened, and it's like 2020 December something, and the war started a year after. I think it was, I can guess that it was planned before, and Belarus was, or Belarus still is, a really important territory with like the short distance to Kiev. So if, I don't know, Tikhanovskaya or some other people like get in power, then we probably had Russian militaries in Minsk just destroying all the protests, all the flowers, and killing like much more people. And it was the scenario in Kazakhstan just before the war, like in 2022, just when there were like protests about gas, and they became like huger, and then just Russian, like Belarusian, it's ODKB, or it's like NATO. They just sent militaries, and everything was cleared. Just a lot of people were killed, so it might was like the same scenario with Belarus, but in case like of changing something or suggestion to like Georgia or to Moldova, I think it's important to talk between activists, like human rights defenders, and just to understand what is going on. And I talked with a friend, she worked with the media and with some like Americans, and they also see the situation that is going on in US now, and they are just it's cut of funding and everything, and I don't know, people who supporting Trump, they are like getting power, and they are thinking, okay, we have to go back to US and to go in a smaller community and to work with this like a smaller community to educate, like to work not only with your supporters, but to work also with people you are fighting with, to educate them and to show the alternative you might have. It's not like saying you are stupid and you don't understand anything, and I don't know. It's important to understand why is he supporting, and I don't know, yeah.